Ladies and gentlemen, I want to read you a Hill article. Kinzinger on a fight with Trump. Yeah, he won, in the short term at least. Representative Adam Kinzinger, one of two Republicans on the House panel investigating January, said in a new interview that he believes former President Trump has won their short-term battle over the soul of the GOP. Now, this article was written on the 11th of August. Yesterday, as you know, if you were watching the live stream on this channel, and if you were watching this channel yesterday, Liz Cheney lost to Harriet Hageman. By the way, hit subscribe to this channel. We're on our way to 200,000 subs. We're almost at 199,000 subscribers, and it's because of you. Tell your friends, tell your family to hit subscribe to this channel if they might enjoy my viewpoint on politics. Donald Trump has reshaped the Republican Party, thank God. It is no longer the party of never-ending counterinsurgency conflicts and failed interventions and destructive foreign policy. You have a populist conservative movement that focuses on manufacturing, economic growth, foreign policy that is the antithesis of Lincoln Project foreign policy. We had, according to CNN, in 2019, and this resonates with socialists also. Like, if you're a socialist, if you are like the edgiest far-left socialist, you should love Trump. We had a record low in poverty. The whole point to being on the left or Democrats, the whole point to voting Democrat is that you care about people. You really feel for people, okay? In 2019, before Democrats, Andrew Cuomo, Whitmer, all of these wonderful, highly educated Democrats gleefully tanked the U.S. economy. They didn't have to do that. That was a choice. But anyway, in 2019, we had a record low in poverty. We had a record low, like 10.5%, 10% in poverty in the United States of America. It's now close to 15% in terms of poverty. Okay, we have a 15% poverty rate in this country, close to 15%. Household median incomes in 2019, according to CNN, under Trump, the menace to democracy, was at a record high, $68,700. It is now like $4,000 or $5,000 lower. Inflation is at 8.5 to 9.1%. But see, you have to understand, inflation's going to stay at around 8.5 to 9.1 and probably go over 9.1%. Inflation is cutting into, it's actually causing people to enter poverty. Things are more expensive now in the in the America of mashed potato brains. Our wonderful, beloved President Biden. Fantastic human being, who, by the way, lied through his teeth while he was slurring his speech pertaining to Hunter's wonderful emails that show clear violations of the law. You'd have to read them, though. See, the problem is you'd have to actually read Hunter's emails. They're published in the New York Post and Daily Mail and other publications. You'd have to read them. If you haven't read them, you're ignorant, and you're probably an imbecile who thinks that Democrats can do no wrong. You would have to read them. They show clear pay-to-play, quid pro quo violations of the law. How can you use your influence on the company's behalf? Could you imagine if Trump had that email? Or Donald Trump Jr. or Eric Trump? Could you imagine? I mean, look, could you imagine if Eric Trump or Donald Trump Jr. was on tape, video, and also had pictures where they were without their clothing, brandishing firearms, weighing illegal narcotics? And so could you imagine that? Could you imagine what Jimmy Kimmel will do? And this is why half the electorate will always vote for Donald Trump. Because the system protects its own and goes after Trump. The system doesn't like somebody who is against never-ending counterinsurgency conflicts. Liz Cheney lost, and by the way, like here 4 minutes in, the Congressional Committee into January is done. And Liz Cheney lost because her father, Darth Vader, Dick Cheney, helped usher in and plunge us into never-ending military conflict. Trump reversed part of that with the Doha Agreement that Biden completely botched. And there were stipulations to the Doha Agreement, and you don't leave billions and billions of weaponry, but mainly those 13 Americans should be alive today, and those over 100 Afghans should be alive today. Mashed potato brains, our President Biden used one of the greatest adversaries, if not the greatest we have on the planet, to help evacuate. That's the type of administration we have. Completely and utterly inept. Completely inept and incompetent. But then again, you're not going to see this because media is a part of the Democratic Party. Okay, that's why every single day for 6 years the walls are closing in on Trump, but they can't indict him. Clinton did commit crimes, and I want a Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump 2024. She committed crimes. We all know that. You can't transfer top secret and special access program intelligence, classified data onto servers. What did her team of her tech team buy? Like some kind of cord from Radio Shack and plug her servers into Pentagon servers? How does that even work? Anyway, you can't transfer classified data from government servers onto your own private server. You couldn't even work for Microsoft or IBM. They would fire you on the spot. But apparently the United States government allows that because Comey, the brainiac, the genius, couldn't find intent. Inherent to owning a private server is the intent to hide. You'd have to be a complete imbecile not to realize that. But anyway, or you could be a very shrewd, conniving human being who is just siding with one political party. So that's what Comey did. But here you have, ladies and gentlemen, the January committee is done. It's completely shut down. They might have another hearing. It has been, like the Mueller probe, like the investigation in New York and Georgia, complete and utter failures. They are trying desperately to find a crime, while at the same time covering up crimes for the Democratic Party. So Democrats cover up their crimes. Democrats try desperately to pin crimes on Trump. He didn't commit a crime. And so the thing is, he did not commit a crime. We know this. He did not tell people to commit crimes in the Capitol. Okay, 2 years ago. He didn't tell people to do that. He didn't try to overthrow democracy. He didn't organize a plot to undermine democracy or overthrow, if you can believe this, the United States government. Again, you'd have to be the most apoplectic and hysterical human being to believe that. And so, that's the problem. The problem, ladies and gentlemen, is we have a system. It is not hyperbolic to say a system, an entire apparatus is against Orange Man. An entire political system, public relations monstrosity is against this man. And it's sad, very sad. And the reason it's sad is because democracy entails, you cannot have democracy without half the electorate getting the ability to choose Trump over mashed potato brains or Hillary or anyone else. And I want a Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump 2024. You need to ensure, when they say Trump is a menace or threat or a big problem to democracy, what they're saying is we are going to prevent democracy from taking place by preventing Trump from running, trying desperately to indict him, which could happen. They could indict him on a crime he didn't commit, in the same manner that they covered up crimes that Hillary and Hunter did commit. But, that would actually backfire. That would actually hurt the Democratic Party. But then again, in their quest for political influence and power, who knows? They're capable of doing anything. But he shut down the January committee when Harriet Hagman defeated Cheney. Cheney lost miserably. And it's pretty much the end for the Mitt Romney, Paul Ryan, John McCain Republicans, Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld Republicans. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. By the way, the never-Trumpers who say, oh, Trump's personality. Did you like George W. Bush's personality? Did you like Mashed Potato Brain's personality? Are they ethical, wonderful, moral people? No. Hit subscribe to this. And Trump, by the way, did not commit any of the crimes he was accused of. And he didn't get us into a counterinsurgency conflict, and we had record lows in poverty. So what's there not to like? He didn't work with the Kremlin. He was accused wrongfully of like a million things. Baseless allegations were leveled against him. So he's the victim in this whole thing. Even though you might not like his personality, that's the reality. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe. Oh, by the way, if you've lasted this long, I changed the Stock Market Crash channel to H.A. Goodman's other channel. So that's what it was originally. And I'll be doing segments in the beginning of September on H.A. Goodman's other channel. So please go ahead. And it'll be basically similar to this channel, but more, exciting. And the Stock Market Crash channel is now, it's the nuclear proliferation channel, or nuclear confrontation is now the Stock Market Crash channel. So give me your thoughts below. Subscribe to all three. They're all revamped. Hit subscribe to this channel, H.A. Goodman's other channel, and the Stock Market Crash channel. Thank you.